All right. Looks like we're up and running. So I'm going to be playing the Around the Grid
Formula
challenge on
One, the
hard
pinnacle of motorsport.
F1
With a
Manager 23. So we'll start with Williams
10th in the
because they got
Constructors' Champion.
last. And I'll change my name. Let's see, Tom King. Hard, experienced manager. And we will go ahead and log in. Start our, yep. Okay, and first things first, we're going to start some development. We're going to design a new underfloor. We're going to use a majority of our CFD, maybe something like this. 46. So use, let's just go 52, and then we can spend 20 and 20. Okay, we're going to keep this one balanced, and we're going to go 6 engineers on intense, trying to get this a little bit sooner, but also get a ton of experience for it, so that our second one will actually be pretty good. Confirm that. I also like designing a couple rear wings. So we'll start with a balanced one that we'll also do on intense and use some CFD on it. Let's be all balanced. And then, or let's focus a little bit extra on the drag reduction and the DRS delta until, let's do this. This, like this. And then we can yeah, so we'll just get a little bit better in all the other ways, but mostly just better in the drag reduction and DRS delta for this one. And then we can work on specialized ones, low speed, a high speed, stuff like that afterwards. And we'll put 2 on this on intense as well. We're going to do a couple iterations of that. And then we'll also do a front wing, where we'll use the rest of our time. And we will focus on airflow front a little bit with this one. Something like that. I don't want to mess with the airflow sensitivity too much. And we'll put 1 on this. Put this one on intense 2. That'll give us all the ones that we use CFD on are on intense. But then let's also try to build a new chassis. And we will focus on drag reduction with the chassis. Just turning that down 1. No, this goes into the negatives. I'll put that up and that up. No. Okay. We'll focus on the drag reduction. Let's go for some high-speed stuff. Not mess with the engine cooling because it's so important, especially in the first season, to kind of work on that. So we'll do that. We'll put 1 on, and we'll go rushed on this one. That's most of our money gone, but let's see what our facilities are looking like. And I kind of like the idea of improving some of our facilities here. The car development facilities. I feel like this is already good enough for us since we don't have, I don't think we have any of those sponsorship obligations that, yeah, cancel out our, or like deactivate our factory. Otherwise, I would want to upgrade my factory for sure. But updating these 2 is like really good, especially this one's like pretty cheap and pretty useful. So I think we'll try to save up for that. For next season, we may want to replace our drivers and stuff. So, Yankee staff, sponsor obligation, testing results. See, we're pretty bad. I guess we're okay at high speed, and top speed we're like okay-ish. Driver development updates, nothing. Let's go to the pit crew. I like to look at the cumulative and see. I think we can probably get something in here at least. I guess we can go all the way up to the day of. There's barely anything. So that should be fine. And then we'll start again. Usually we get a little bit more fatigue than is projected, but I think we should be fine if we just go here and we can just check it out after if there's something going on. I like to focus on gym training for now. Let's do more pit stop drills too. Like that, and then starting here, we'll do some more gym training. Some more pit stop drills. Wow. Let's focus on some training stuff for sure. Training and leadership probably. His processes are pretty good, so yeah, we'll do training and leadership. I think we might replace this guy, but for now, I think we'll do like structure. Just. I'm thinking side pods and suspension if there is something with side pod and suspension and chassis. That's good. Bodywork, yeah. Bodywork or structure. Front wing's pretty bad too. Grip and traction. That seems pretty good. And for this guy, he really needs some more. Ooh. So let's do some downforce related stuff. Ooh, no, this is pretty good actually. Ground effect is pretty useful to work on. And for our race engineers, we can leave him on balance, it's okay. We'll focus on feedback and composure here. Driver comms. I already did him, that's right. We'll start working on improving our car development stuff. And let's continue on. race prep. Reach Q3, that seems crazy. Reach Q2 with one driver, maybe? Even that seems like it might be a bit of a stretch, but let's say we can get a driver in the top 15, and we will say one driver in the top 15 again. And we'll just do 2 because eventually we'll get some better parts, and then maybe we can upgrade that. So let's go to the race then. The way I like to handle the race,
Welcome to Sakir. Doesn't it?
Or the practice is, if it's a sprint, I like to manually do the first practice just so we can try and get the maximum setup. As far as regular weekends, I just like to simulate. So we'll just start with simulating this first one. And this track is like super important to save some soft, so I don't care about like manually doing it to save certain tires. Sometimes it's like, oh, like saving it extra hard is actually huge. So if we can do that, we really want to. Like this. I think we might want more oversteer, but let's see how this works. A little less rear wing. I don't know that kind of level of. Like that, maybe. And we'll select and. Soon we'll get to qualifying. I'll show you kind of how I like to do the qualifying too. Ooh, Alex Albon's really high up there. Probably a little bit of that extra, and then we can bring this down, and then we can bring this like that. Probably add a little bit more front wing even. Bring this down even further. Something like that. We might even want more front wing, but we'll see. And we can look at some of the stuff here. 11.5 and 4. See, I don't think he wants as much rear wing. Let's back down to this kind of level. Bring that up. Up one more, something like that. That's pretty good setup satisfaction. We can see if maybe we can get a little bit higher, but I don't think we're going to get into the next things anyways, so it might not be all that useful to do. But let's see what we can do. We can bring that up at all. Okay. I think I liked having this a little bit higher, like that. Like that. Seems pretty appropriate. So it needs a little less front wing. And then maybe bring that back into the optimal range there. Something like that. I don't know. But the first time out, it's kind of cool to give depending on the tire deg, I think 2 flying laps on their first one to try and get their confidence up. And then we can put on a new set for the second, I guess the third flying lap, after their confidence has gone up, because see now it's very high for both of them, where even like based purely on setup, it should have been in like the maybe like high to normal range.
P6 was a good lap.
And then
Go in and box.
also look and see if we even need to use a second set of tires in this round. But it looks like we do because we're not, our car isn't very good yet. So we'll wait a minute here and we'll try and go out towards the end when everyone else is going out as well. And slow it down a little bit. We'll watch for some of the leaders to come out. See if we can get some slipstream. I wanted to get behind some of the leaders, but like Verstappen or something, but I was just getting a little bit nervous about running out of time. But we'll see. We should get some slipstream off Sonoda and Joe. Joe might slow Albon down, which would be a huge problem, but
okay, check a flag.
yeah. Sargent is P16 on his end lap. Albon looks like he'll make it because Sargent isn't improving. So, like I thought, 1 into Q2 was sort of what I expected to be able to pull off here. And now we'll take the used but less used tires and do another double flying lap. Because I have 100% car setup, which is pretty sweet. 97 on him, so I did a pretty good job with the modifications at the end there. And then we can just get the confidence up again, like I said, but without using a new set of tires here. So then on the last flying lap, I can have new tires, high confidence, you know, sometimes even peak, you know, and then set a good time, the best possible time I can, you know. Okay, here's the new flying lap, green, which is good. With confidence, green again, and some American peak confidence. We have green, 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 so he gets all those. And by the time he does his in lap and gets reconfigured, and you know, we wait so we can try to avoid traffic on our flying lap here. It's possible he probably won't have peak anymore. He'll probably be in the very high range, but that's still, you know, a huge improvement over being kind of lower. Let's go out after Hamilton here. That should be a good slipstream to get. I'll fall way behind because of someone on a flying lap, I guess. Norris is right behind me, which is okay. It means he can't really get that much better of a time than us.
P12.
Oof.
Just a standard in lap,
Yeah, like I thought getting Q3 here was a little bit out of our reach. But that's okay. We keep 2 good softs for the race, which is super important on this track. Because the softs are so much better here than the other tires. So I think with Albon we'll go for the soft medium, and we'll expect to go full hard and then we'll go aggressive on the other 2, and maybe we'll have to back off a little bit, you know, to make sure they last, or get onto the mediums slightly sooner. But this gives us a good ability here, and then with Sargent we'll start on the mediums, and then we'll go on to the softs at the end, something like that. Something like that. We may not go fully aggressive here because it seems that on standard they just hold up so much better that we get a lot of time. But let's assume for the first one we're kind of going to go aggressive, maybe even attack, and then we can run these guys on light or something. That way we can kind of try to move up the field a little bit and then, you know, run these for a long time. But let's just kind of do this. I think is going to be our best bet. So like this. So we're going to run the first set of softs like fairly aggressive because we want to start off attacking anyways, and then we'll run a more standard soft here in the middle stint, and we have a little bit of extra still here to kind of do some pushing to get some overtakes and stuff, and then we'll just, you know, run the medium for the minimum amount of time. So I like that. I think I might do something similar here where we back this up a couple laps and then we run these ones aggressive at the end here. Something like that. Well, even then, let's see. It saves a couple seconds. Maybe something like this. That way we can get some good laps on the... We'll try and make... Instead of having like a lighter stint and stuff on this one, we'll just kind of go fully... I think its smoothness is a little bit worse too, so that makes sense. I like to underfuel a little bit, sometimes a lot, depending on the track and weather conditions and stuff. We can always recover some fuel later on, but it helps immensely at the start of the race, getting overtakes done and stuff. You have way better
Here in Sakir, the
acceleration
floodlights are on, and
with
it's
the lower
nearly
weight
time.
of having less
Here
fuel.
we go with the Bahrain Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away
Especially
we
since
go.
this season we're not looking to win or anything, we're going to just
Stay on the
try
racing line.
to be pretty safe here.
Don't waste time.
Yes, copy.
And let's see how this race start goes. Sergeant's getting some confidence. If he had an overtake, great. Albon's doing pretty well too. He's got very good confidence as well. He's almost at the peak, which will be huge. We'll turn on ERS Battle Assist now too, and I can use that to try and get some overtakes done, and maybe also some defending. Sergeant will stay on attack the whole time, and eventually I'll tune Albon down to aggressive after the first couple laps, probably. And we'll switch the Joe spun. ERS usage, we'll try and top up a little bit here. And we'll go to balanced on the fuel, and Albon can go down to aggressive on the tires. He seems to be doing pretty well, but they probably weren't overheating at the very beginning, so a little bit deceptive, perhaps. Once we get the battery up a little bit here for Albon neutral, neutral here in case something happens, but Albon is falling out of DRS, which is a little bit annoying, but that's okay. He still is up a place from his starting position. And I think we should get a pretty good undercut. Okay, let's try and get this overtake done. Cool. And we're back in DRS of Ocon. We'll try and hold this position. We'll see if we can try to do the top up again while staying in DRS.
Man, I just... Oh.
Head down, mate. Keep pushing.
Sergeant, unfortunate, but this is his.
I'm a C8.
Don't worry, that's fine.
this is a slow stint anyways, so we're just getting out of the way at the beginning here. I think because of how we have an aggressive and then a standard attack here, we may get the undercut here with Albin. We're going to get on the softs a little bit earlier than expected, I think.
I made a mistake.
Here with,
All good.
Sergeant.
Okay.
His confidence is very, very low.
The window is open. Okay.
I think we actually may have to box Sergeant first, even though Albin is the one who's in his pit window. But let's start attacking here.
Let's close this gap.
Let's work on topping up the battery too, so when we get on to the next set of softs, we can do some deploying and yeah, try to make up some positions that way. We'll get Sergeant on his softs here soon, and he should be able to. I guess we'll just do it now because he's. It might break our thing because this is technically before his pit window, but he's we can get some personal bests on some of the sectors to try and get his confidence up a little bit at least. And Albin, I think probably pit next lap. We'll see. 2.864. That's not bad. That might help us in the. And we'll put these on standard for now. And we'll push the fuel to try and lose some weight here. And maybe still get some PBs just because we're on softs. Sector 1 shouldn't be, but... And yeah, we'll get Albert on this lap onto some softs. We'll start going for it with Sergeant. Oh. Man.
Keep pushing.
I've made a mistake, I've gone wide.
Head down.
He ruined his brand new softs, so that's great. But let's see if we can... Sector 1 is probably not going to be good because he came in with no speed. After running wide on that turn before. Those 2 is down. Keep topping up with Albin. He should be going into the pits now. Let's see what Sergeant does. He did have a PB in Sector 1, which is good. Starting to build his confidence a little bit, but his confidence is still incredibly low. See if we can get a couple clean laps and get all the PBs here. If that's gonna, you know, do enough for him. And get him out of the very lows, but maybe not. Okay. Let's go light here since you lost so much. Let's conserve. And we'll top up on that. We'll also go back onto the battle assist. Albin, we're going to start watching. We'll give him, you know, a big push lap here in a sec. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Turn off your battle assist and go for deploy. And we should have pretty much exactly enough energy to get this lap done. Deploy. And we should be setting some greens, maybe even some purple sectors. Yeah, purple, because he's on brand new softs. And lighter, probably, than everybody else. And doing full deploy and everything. Unfortunately, some of the sectors with DRS, he might not get purples just because he doesn't have any DRS, but... Yeah, like that one was just green. Probably someone had a big DRS and was able to get purple there. But that's okay. And Albin, boom, purple and fastest lap. Okay, and let's go down to light just to cool these tires down, conserve some battery, and top or some gas and top up on our battery. I think our goal is to get down to about -1 kilograms of fuel, and then we can start to go back to normal. But let's see, even with a little bit of saving here towards the latter part, if our one big push lap
Okay, we are low in the pack.
is going
Yep.
to be useful for the undercut. I think we undercut Norris, right? Was he in front of us or behind us? I can't remember. Let's look at the tires. So Ocon, I know we were right behind. So let's see where Ocon comes out compared to us when he does eventually pit, which not yet apparently. Still got 43% on those, so not bad. Alright, let's stop at 1.5 just because if there's like a safety car or something, we could still be in good shape with this. And I do want to try and get that on, who is 20 seconds ahead, and we did. That's cool. So I think we're in pretty good shape. Alright, let's get into neutral here. Battles
Okay, there's a big crash. Be careful on start finish. A lot of debris.
Who crashed? Jared Gasly is one of the Haas drivers. Who was next to him? Oh, they were both pretty close. So. It's a lot of beeping. Okay. And Sargent is doing a number on his tires. He's still very low. Albon is only high. He's come back down to just high. It's a little annoying, but he's in decent shape. We just need to get top 15 to, satisfy our sponsors. So, that should be fine. I'm gonna keep trying to neutral Sargent. Sargent's way behind everybody, and I think his lap times are really bad because he killed his tires at the beginning of the stint, and we've had to run them on white to try and recover.
There's a big crash in
So we
main
can
straight.
have a pretty good.
Be careful for debris.
But Ocon is catching us. How are his tires looking? 85% mediums. They're not good, but his mediums are catching up to my softs. But I'm not close enough to get into DRS of Hulkenberg very easily without like burning out my tires or running too low on fuel and battery and everything. So we'll see how long we can keep him behind, and if he gets ahead, then we can slingshot off of him with DRS. Maybe use him to pull us up towards Hulkenberg, because I think the Alpines are a little bit better than the Haas's. Sargent should probably just push on fuel because he is going to be a lap down, right? He's already a lap down. It's 20 seconds off the show. It's okay, he did get his bad stint out of the way, and he's had, 2 lockups and a spin or something, right? So, let's burn these tires out and go get on our new ones. Probably next lap we'll put in those new softs. Why does he have 2 hards? Let's use the last of these tires. Try and keep up with Ocon here. Stay in his DRS and stuff. And get another undercut on him. Not sure how big the undercut will be since we're going on to the mediums, which are the slowest tire here, but maybe we'll get ahead of Gasly even though he's trying to undercut because of that bad stop that he had there. It looked pretty bad. I didn't see a notification thing that there was a pit stop issue, but sometimes you don't see that when you're in 4 times. And Albon should get the pass done here probably with DRS, but then Ocon could come back at the second DRS, so you really want to... I would have tried to put on the everything in the... Let's put this lap for the mediums now. Down to standard.
And we're boxing this lap. Box.
Just get balanced on the fuel now. Probably burned as much as we can. Still 16 seconds off Piastri. Only 10 seconds off Joe. So, yeah. Alright, Albon. You can actually try and do overtakes probably. I might actually be able to get him into the top 10 here. Score some points in our first round, which would be pretty good on hard. We'll see. Let's see if we look at the tires. Gasly's on softs, and they're going to be better pretty soon at least. In terms of percentage. But they're definitely a better tire right now, so I think I just have to hope one of them kind of
Reload up with fuel.
Copy.
has an issue here. Okay, let's start saving fuel. We'll make the balance now. We should actually even be able to push towards the end now, which will be good. My lap times are staying pretty competitive. I'm just a little bit off of Gasly. Really going to be pushing his time seemed to improve a lot there. And yeah, staying thereabouts. We're pretty much topped up. So the last few laps we should be able to use our energy.
Can use the overtake.
And if we start to get close here, we can even push on fuel for a little bit maybe and get the points. Nice. Got the DRS and past him. That's pretty sweet. Use a little extra fuel here. We can get down a little bit and try and break the toe to lock on. There we go, we did it. Okay, can we catch Gasly now? That's a would be a big ask. We'll need him to probably lock up or spin or something, but it's possible. Perhaps.
Max Verstappen over the finish line and today's winner.
Albon's into the very high territory here now, so that's pretty cool. Still not gonna be enough to catch that. Sargent is probably fine on fuel. I didn't put it on deploy or attack like I should have, but doesn't matter. He wasn't gonna catch anyone. He was gonna get P20 no matter what. His spins and lockups made sure of that.
All good.
Again.
Copy.
Let's just finish out the race there, Sergeant. No damage to anything, right? No harm, no foul.
Check it flag. Typical race.
I did get almost within a second
as well.
here, so
Okay, check a flag.
no, it's not too bad.
Pete.
It was a pretty good race overall.
Dear oh dear, what a disaster of
Yeah, a disaster of a drive from Sargent for sure, but not too bad from Albon there. And on the pit stops, Albon had a pretty good one, 2.5. Seems like the pit stop times are pretty low right now compared to, like, for the start. It seems kind of low, but. And so we are 5th. So I thought that like a 2.7 would be like okay-ish, but I guess not. It seems like the times are like kind of high. Other times I've played, but so to pay for a driver bonus for Albon for getting points. But I got a lot of the guarantees. The targets I did not get. What did they want for that one? Reach Q3, I know. Pass lap, I know. But finish position streak, what did they want? 2 in the top 15 or something? It must have been something like that. But I didn't guarantee that one, so I don't really care. Everything passed inspection. Powertrain stuff is doing okay. New ATR, which I will save for research projects. Okay, we got a new chassis. Let's make 4 of those. And we will work on designing a new suspension as well. With suspension, we will focus on the brake cooling. And a little bit on the air flow front. Bring that up. Okay, let's bring that down a touch. So we bring that down a touch. Same with that. Bring that down, bring that down. And then I think we can bring that back up 1. And so keep everything pretty good here. And still get a lot of extra cornering because of the weight reduction. And get a ton of brake cooling. So that will be huge. Yeah. We will rush this as well. So we will go on as soon as possible. And that's really all we can do right now. I think we might look at hiring some new staff towards the end of the season too, but construction delayed. No, we'll just acknowledge the delay. We'll save the money because, like I said, we don't really care all that much about this season. We are much more concerned about next season because it's very unlikely that we can do anything this season. I don't want to guarantee the fastest lap. So he wants 2 drivers in the top 15. That's going to be pretty difficult. But I don't think we have a new chassis available yet, do we? No. The weekend that we're going to try to target our upgrade package for
We're here at Jeddah, where the
really
tension
is
is boiling
going to be
as we
Baku.
head.
Which means our wing is going to be good for that. Really good high speed and DRS delta will be huge. The wing that we are building now. And then I think we'll focus on getting a low speed one for Monaco. Both rear and front wing probably. I don't care about DuPont, so I think I do want to get a better reserve driver in that I want to put in, maybe like Théo Pourchaire or something, who will quickly replace Logan Sargent, but for next season. But I don't even have good race simulator yet, so it doesn't matter. Let's simulate this session and see how we want to adjust it. I think we want low wing on this track. It's a high-speed track. The satisfaction is abysmal. Yeah, so we want pretty low wing, I think. Rear wing at least. So decent that. Some amount of that. Something like that. We're all good in the ranges here. Let's take off some rear wing. That's some front wing. We want pretty low on that. Something like this, maybe. I think a little more oversteer here, so maybe even something like that. But we'll see. We'll submit this session again. So yeah, their satisfaction is much better. I should have just done the first one. Okay, so let's take off some wing here. Do a little bit less of that, a little bit more of that, and that can go up to that. I feel like I want the lower end of this in terms of oversteer. It's like, that's just a lot of oversteer. I don't know, maybe. Something like that. We should be pretty close, and they might like tune the last little bit to get into probably the high 90s, yeah, mid 90s. And I can probably get it to high 90s if I want to mess with it, which might be worth it for Albon. Might be able to get into very high as his base, which would be huge.
Qualifying is coming.
Come race time. Okay, let me see if I give a click of that. And a little of that. Something like that. A little of that. A little of that. And again, we'll do these two flying laps thing to. Now, one thing I know about this track is that degradation is a little bit higher than it suggests, and especially if they overheat, they just drop off a cliff really fast. So for qualifying, that might actually be somewhat problematic, as the lap, they'll probably overheat, and then I don't know if they'll cool them enough on the out laps, the cooldown laps in between.
Complete P7. Oh, some good lap. Go in.
We'll see.
Copy that.
We kind of beat most of the people expected. They both got into peak, so they'll both be in very high when we do the second round of. I could maybe even sneak in an extra one, but that just uses so many tires. Okay, so it's down a little bit. Let's go after Verstappen. There's a lot of people going after Verstappen, apparently. Or someone's right before. Who's it? Right in front of him, Verstappen. Hulkenberg, gonna hold up Verstappen? Okay. Well, oh man, things got so messed up by that pass. My guys are like right on top of each other. But I'm not too concerned about that, honestly.
Maybe flag. Check a flag.
Oof, yeah, Sargent did not have a great lap. But it's okay. We don't really expect that much from Sargent right now. Ooh, did I make it worse? I guess so. Let's do that, I suppose. Okay. And we'll give it a couple flying laps again. Alright, behind Hulkenberg, who did get high enough to get into the top 10 before, so shouldn't be slowing us down, probably. might offer us a little tow. And he still beat us, but it's hard to tell by how much exactly, but a lot. 8/10. So, but we did have extra fuel and everything, so there wasn't an improvement.
Okay, so go in lap.
Just
Go switch in
sad,
lap.
but even just
Yeah, copy.
completing extra flying laps is pretty big for the confidence boost. We'll go down to 1 flying lap, and then we'll wait for someone else. We know we're not going to catch. That's the big thing when we're looking for someone to give us a tow. We want to be right behind someone. We have no chance of catching. Okay, that looks like it should be a pretty good little train for us to be at the back of there. Oof. Yeah, some of the traffic was not ideal. But let's see.
Checker flag.
Green, green. And P13. It's an improvement. We're much closer to the front. And only a 10.5 off of Hulkenberg now, as opposed to, 4/10 we were off earlier, so. 13th is not great, but it's not bad. It leaves us in a decent position to catch up.
It's race day and final preparation.
Okay. See, the soft medium strategies, it's like if they overheat at all, they just like go. Whoa. So a soft hard might be good. Gives us a little bit of an undercut, and they're all going to be on the soft medium strat where they can't really push at all. I think maybe we'll even just go for a medium hard here with Sargent, since we know we can't really count on him to not have some sort of incident. We'll go a little longer on the mediums. We'll go down one lap here. Which may be a little bit harder to get back, but I don't. Yeah, there's not going to be rain in Saudi Arabia.
The drivers are lined up on the grid here at the Jeddah Corniche circuit, preparing for 50 flat-out laps under the lights. It's almost time for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
All right. Again, we'll turn them down so that we don't risk so much damage. We'll let them go for a little bit. If they start overheating, I think we'll turn them back down. Yeah, I'll go down to standard here. Turn on the ERS battle assist. And we'll go to top up soon. We'll go down to balance on the fuel here. We may be losing some positions for a little bit here, just because of they'll keep pushing, but their tires should be suffering. So we're at 89.
DRS is currently disabled. DRS is currently disabled.
Which
Copy.
actually put us in pretty good position in terms of tires. But we'll see. Albon and Magnussen fighting, but we're still in a good temperature range on the tires. Albon's keeping behind Magnussen, but I think his softs are holding on, just about as well as the mediums here from. So, since we're on track, we may be able to go mediums and just keep them kind of cool. Instead of going onto the hards like I thought here, but See, Logan Sargent is below the target line, and it very quickly becomes a problem here if you go below. So Allen is falling behind Magnussen, but the tires are starting to fall off a decent amount. Let's see if we can switch to that strategy for Albon. I don't think Sargent could make it, because he's already like behind on the degradation.
The window is open.
Copy, yes.
Alright, let's burn through some of the tire here. Let's get on the medium soon here. We might get undercut by some people, honestly, but we'll definitely be undercutting Magnussen, who's on the mediums right now. But he may be able to come back at us with the fresh softs at the end. 2.9. At least there wasn't an error there. Okay. We're down to hards here for
Busy pit exit.
Box, Logan box, and P confirm.
Box.
That might have been good for Sargent, honestly. Ooh, but that pit stop issue is definitely not good.
Big crash, watch out. There's probably a lot of debris on the start finish.
Darn. I think those medium runners might be able to pit now. Certainly onto hards if they wanted.
Now I'm just looking here, possibly Ocon's part of that.
Oof. 3-car crash, huh?
Crashed entire wall. Just remember, in the main straight might still be some debris.
It does seem like tires, it matters if you put it on the conserve or not. The other things don't seem to matter much under VSC.
BSC endings.
But
Yeah.
it does, I think, change how much
Close the gap if you can.
they heat up. Let's see, these can go up to 130 is the max, but let's start probably 115 or so. Mediums. So we want to try and stay out of that range. These ones probably go off at 120 or so, so they start to overheat. Come on, Albon. You gotta get him. You can get out from behind him. Alright, fine. You gotta cool those tires down. Can't keep them in the yellow, not on this track.
So what DRS?
Copy.
To recharge the pack.
Copy.
here. Now that it's only, oh, did get DRS though, so. Let's go a little bit aggressive here for a little bit. If we start getting towards the, you know, temperature limit of these tires, we'll go back to standard. There we go. In the window. Albon's doing okay here in the race. Not too bad, not too bad. Yeah, I know. So I'm cooling him down. Don't worry. Seems unlikely to catch anyone ahead, but maybe some of those. Maybe you should be able to keep P12. Sargent, it would be great if he could get up to P15 for me, but it seems really unlikely. As for the sponsor objectives, one in the finish position streak is 2 in the top 15 for 2 races. It's gonna be pretty hard to meet, but one driver should be good. Okay. Well, I already met my guarantees, so that's good, but yeah, there's no way it's gonna catch Norris, let alone DeVries. I think I can probably just go on.
Deploy. Yeah, okay. Go push.
Yep, copy.
Yeah, I can just flat out push here.
And go push, go push.
Copy.
Yeah, there's no way Albon's gonna catch Ocon and Hulkenberg.
Max Verstappen over the finish line and today's winner.
Good points again. That would be pretty crazy.
Okay, and checkered flag. Your P17 was a tough one. We learned from it, mate.
I'm so sorry.
Less than 2 seconds behind, but
Currently low on pack.
certainly
Yep.
did not have enough in it. I guess if I hadn't been stuck behind
What a
those
dreadful day it's ended up.
AlphaTauris for so long. I think it was AlphaTauri and something else maybe. I thought it was 2 AlphaTauris, so I guess it was, yeah. Maybe I would have had a chance, but I lost a place to Kevin Magnussen, who's went up 5 places, getting 4 points there. That's pretty good for him. Logan Sargent moved up. So the better, best finish now. Let's head on countback. We lost a place to Haas, but you know, 7th is not bad for us, and especially we have all of our upgrades still to come. Pit stops were not very good, but One was like okay-ish, but not good, and the other one was terrible. So yeah, obviously not. Qualifying 18th is below expectations, unfortunately, but good from Albon, the 8th in practice and 12th in the race. That's good for him. I don't care about Luke DuPont. Let's check inbox. Everything passed inspection. Car parts are getting a little worse for wear, but it's to be expected. Okay. Let's start creating a couple of these. We'll just get 2. We'll even have 1 for Melbourne, which will be pretty sweet. And then we will design a new underfloor. Let's try and... Oh, worries so much. Well, I don't know. We're going to be at the back, so it does seem kind of important to do airflow sensitivity. Yeah, let's just keep it balanced. And we'll go 6 engineers on Rush this time. 19 days, that gives us plenty of time before Baku. Suspension's done in 18 days, and then we still want to get side pods done. I guess this is done in 10 days. Let's see, what if we do... Then we can get a couple more on here. Just go down to 1 for now, and then we can move some back onto there later. We'll try and get some of these done ASAP. Especially since the front wing and rear wing I still want another version of. I'll start working on low speed version of both of them, and then probably a high speed version of both of them as well. But low speed first, because the rear wing especially, I already have like a high speed version right now. The existing one is essentially a high speed one. The car part test center should be done by then too, which should actually help things. But I think whoever wins F2 this season is who I'm going to bring in as my second driver. I think we're going to want 4 of these because it's going to be a while before we have our next high speed. If I rush, I can get 1 done. Let's rush 1 for this weekend. Let's do a low speed one. It's still going to be a slight improvement in the drag reduction DRS delta compared to our default one, but not much. But I really want this one for Monaco here, at least. I think it should be okay in Imola, right? Imola wants medium and high speed and top speed. Barcelona wants medium speed, so this should be pretty good for that, but it does kind of want top speed too, but might still be okay-ish for that. But tracks like Budapest will be good for. But what I'm designing it for right now is Monaco. Zandvoort is high speed, right? Yeah. Singapore will be good for as well. That's really it. High downforce is really only good on those ones. Or the high low speed downforce at least, but the other one will be like high speed, medium speed, and drag reduction, DRS delta. I could probably lower this airflow sensitivity stuff a bit and still be pretty good, but I'm concerned about following cars with this car, so yeah, let's just do that. This is, I guess we could do 2, and we'll do rush. I think we could probably do normal, right? Let's see. Well, it goes in 58 days. It'll be done in 39 days. Yeah, this should be good enough. Okie dokie. And let's get some more people on to the underfloor again. And once the front wing's done, our next front wing will just have one person on probably. I guess we could probably just tune that back now, because we'll still have plenty of time to get it done before Baku. And we would definitely like this underfloor done with plenty of time before Baku. Once the suspension's done, then we can do the side pod as well. Although maybe we'll just do the side pod after the front wing. And we'll do the next front wing after that. That seems pretty reasonable to me. Okay. Let's install that on car 1. We should have chassis for car 1 as well. And an underfloor for car 1. So if we look at the ring on the grid, the underfloor moved us up a bit. Let's just go to the car analysis thing. We are doing pretty well. We've got very good high speed, which is important here, and pretty good top speed and DRS effectiveness, also important here. So we should actually be fairly competitive here. So we may actually be able to do some. I haven't upgraded Sark's car at all yet, so I won't say he'll make it into Q2 even, but I think Alex should be able to reach Q3 here. Fastest lap, I always hate guaranteeing that because it's like sometimes you have to sacrifice pretty substantially. I think I will say 1 in the top 10 for 5 races. That seems pretty reasonable. Take a while to pay off, but right now our car is mostly good in high speed and top speed.
It's wonderful to be back down
That's
under.
where it's best,
For the
but
Australian...
I think we should be getting it better soon. Ooh, rain on race day. Okay, keep that in mind. We may even put in new powertrain components for Albon for this race, or at least the qualifying, because I think that will be pretty good. I'm on a 9th in practice, not too bad. Satisfaction is getting there. A little less than that. A little less front one than that. looks pretty good. And we shall see how the setup satisfaction is here. 97, 92, not bad. Let's see if we can get it maybe a little bit higher, but he's already starting a high. I don't think I can get him to very high just because he's not going to have great car part knowledge since we just put in
Welcome
3
to
new car
qualifying.
parts.
Let's find out.
Underfloor chassis, rear wing. Yeah. Okay. Let's stick in the new stuff. I think at least ERS will use the old one for sure in the race. Just put in the new stuff for qualifying. Our setup, is it going to be easy? I think it is going to be easy. I think we just 1 tick more of that, 1 tick less of that, and that evens everything else out, but brings up our oversteer and doesn't really affect anything else. Like very slightly the straights, but this one definitely we need more front wing, a little bit less of that and that. Something like that. Although the traction seems a little bit low now. Probably could do another something like that. No, we're like barely like on the edge there, but it's definitely better there. That's probably better. It's probably fine still. So that looks pretty good. Let's do 2 flying laps like we normally do. And go ahead and go on out. And I'll send Albon right out, and I'll send Sargent right behind. I don't want Sargent slowing Albon down. And I don't think Albon's going to need the tow. I think he should probably actually be fine with this one 2-lap run in Q1. Because he should just be that good. His car is like so much better than it was. Yeah, I'll
Yeah, P2 currently.
Sargent,
His
I will
lap time
run
is good.
again.
why
He's
it goes
probably
right to
going to
the
be
way.
even worse than he was before
Yes, copy.
because of the fact that he hasn't gotten any upgrades. Oh, he's got an extra hard. That could be good in the race. We'll see. But yeah. Albon's on all the normal stuff. Let's just set him up in case it looks like he's gonna need to go out at the end, but I highly doubt it, being only 2/10 off Leclerc in 3rd place. It's like probably be like 5th or 6th, probably be 6th or 7th actually. Yeah, and Red Bull should be me. Oh, no, did not. Interesting. But yeah, should be plenty fine to get into Q3. Perez did, Sainz didn't. That's fine. But by the end of it, maybe even 8th or 9th
Checkered
or
flag.
10th or
Checkered
something
flag.
like that. 11th, doesn't matter though. But no, well, held on to 6th. That's pretty good, considering we're Williams in season 1. But Sargent made it this time, which is pretty sweet. We could use a little bit more braking stability. Oh well. Still, that is pretty nice. 99% setup and 100% setup satisfaction. And both through into Q2. Let's see if, Albon into Q3 should be easy peasy, but and Sargent seems almost impossible, but, you know, we'll see how it goes. I like to make sure that I keep a lot of softs for the race. Especially, even when it's, like, not, like, one of the soft, like, dominated ones. Just because, like, late safety car, late red flag or something, you know, is really nice to have the flexibility of being like, okay, I've got more,
P4.
you know, perfect
That's a good
softs
lap,
that
mate.
I can get onto.
Okay, Alex.
Which can be
That's that red dot.
pretty
Okay,
huge
copy.
sometimes in those situations. But looks like Sargent isn't going to have a lot left because he instead kept extra hards, which in those same kinds of circumstances can also be really valuable depending on when they come, right? It's like if I go like hard and then mediums and or something, there's like just enough time left for, or just enough laps left for like a good hard run, then yeah. But usually the softs are the ones that are gonna make like the biggest difference in terms of like utilizing your
Checkered flag ahead of you.
cheap or free pit stop allocations and stuff. So we'll see though. Yeah, it looks like Sargent did not make it. He's in P13, which admittedly is better than he finished in his in Q1, but and P13 is not a bad starting place. That's where we started. The other ones, or I think at least one of them, with Albon and in like Saudi Arabia, I think, and he got 11th. So, because if Sargent can hold 15th, I think that is one of our sponsor goals, right? So, okay, we'll use these 92%, do a couple flying laps, build that confidence, get a banker in, you know. And then still have 2 softs for the race, which is a pretty good amount. Let's see how this first lap goes. Not too bad. 6 tenths off of Perez. This is pretty good. And the second lap, even better.
Currently P5.
Okay, good lap.
Off of Verstappen,
Keep focus on the brakes on the way in if you can.
Yep.
let's see how we do on this last set. If we can get top 5, that would be pretty incredible, but I will take even, you know, anything in Q3 is obviously good. It's like, you know, we're already into starting the points, which is pretty great. We get points again here for the second time, but that did not end up as a good lap because lots of traffic and stuff, so we'll have to settle for 8th behind Russell. But we could maybe overtake Russell. It seems like
Well, there's nothing quite.
something plausible to happen. I do kind of like this. The one stopper seems. Oh no! Wait, we have rain. So, right. So let me create a new strategy. Lap 30-ish. Can the mediums make it? Maybe. Maybe. And then we're gonna go to enters. Push the enters pretty hard, I think. Okay. Let's see if we change this to be cards on like aggressive, and then add an assistant. Add starting at lap like 31, which I think is the same as that other one, onto enters. It looks like the mediums are a slightly better way to go. I think we will go with the hards for Sargent still. We'll go 2 laps down since we can recover in the rain pretty well. It should be really easy to recover all that fuel here, actually. Just because the laps are a little bit shorter, so we're losing less fuel, and then also, yeah, the rain. There are safety cars or anything too, then especially should be
Brace yourselves for the Australian
pretty
Grand Prix.
great.
And it's lights out, and away we go.
I'll definitely have to rewatch this and see how the audio is balanced, because I have no idea, to be honest. And it looks like my audio input capture is also including some amount of the sound from my output. Which is a little bit interesting. It may require me to change some of my settings. I probably should have done a little bit of recording here, but I've done recording on the what's it called?
DRS is currently disabled. DRS is currently disabled.
Copy that.
The thing that is the NVIDIA like built-in thing, and the recordings turned out pretty okay, but then it was having difficulty streaming to YouTube. So I was like, okay, well, I'll try OBS, which is also gonna allow me to place my camera wherever I want, which is nice because then I could put it, over on the side where really nothing is going on, just like a small part of the like map thingy here, but much better than like the NVIDIA thing only wanted to put it in one of the corners, or it's like every single corner has something important going on. So that was a little bit obnoxious, but okay, there's really not that much going on. Keeping his tires like a little bit better than those in front of him, but it doesn't matter much if, But let's see if we can get a better timing on the transition to inters here. There's also like the consideration of.
Okay, there's a big crash.
Ooh, I wonder if.
Be careful on start finish. A lot of debris.
This might be fun. Under VSC, we can get onto softs.
VSC. You have to keep delta positive.
Yep.
So VSC ending.
Okay.
Okay. I'm trying to chase down Ocon, who is. What? 20 seconds ahead of me? Like 10 laps? Until rain? Maybe doable. Let's see. Let's go back to interval. And start popping up with both these guys until they get into range of someone that they can pass.
There's a risk of rain coming.
Copy.
I'm well aware. Alright, Albon is starting to catch these guys to get back to the position I was. I did also get fastest lap. That's unlikely to be beaten. So there's that at least. And then especially if some of these guys start to have issues running out of tire towards the end. Which they shouldn't because of the safety car. I'm just gonna say then, only big move that I got onto these softs, but I am like 2 seconds left quicker.
So it's raining, just watch shot.
Copy.
It'll start raining a little bit sooner than I anticipated, huh? A lot of bit sooner. But it is very light right now, so it'll still be a while before we can pit. And these fresh softs should be even more powerful compared to other ones if we're talking like real life. I don't know how well that translates to the game. It's like new softs on wet track are like that much better than old mediums that everyone else is on. Unless the softs aren't that fresh, but let's see if Albon. It's not going to catch Hamilton, but getting back in the 10th is pretty good. That was better than even where it was. Sargent, I think lost some positions with that pit, so maybe that wasn't good, but still is in the top 15, which is good for meeting that sponsorship obligation. So let's see. He might actually be able to overtake Norris before the rain comes. We shall see. Oh, they're pitting already. Okay. Well. We definitely want to pit here. Inters. Both of them. Pit this lap for inters. We don't have to worry about double stacking because Sargent is considerably behind. I wonder if with the good softs, even though part of the lap is going to be, people behind Sargent now had part of the lap where it was dry, where they were on inters. So I had a part of a lap where it was wet and I was on dries. So we'll see. That makes a big difference. Ended up a little bit further back than he was, so lost a couple of seconds there, I guess. Looks like. So, not great, but not the worst in there. Alright, let's go around and this one. A little aggressive on the tires. If they start to overheat immensely, maybe we put back to standard, but aggressive does seem to be the way to go. They're overheating slightly, not a big deal. I doubt anyone's going to beat my fastest lap, since we're going to be on inters probably for the rest of the race. Maybe there's a little bit here where it can get back to dries. We'll see. Our weather center isn't the best, so we may be way off, honestly, but aggressive, it gets them up into like the slightly overheating, but nothing serious, so should be very, very okay with that. If it looks like one of my drivers is in a position to maybe overtake someone, I can probably even put them onto attack for a while. Suffer too big of consequences, but looks like it's gonna be a pretty warm. It's gonna still be raining, so
watch out for track condition.
yeah, that's for like half a lap there, maybe. So not long enough to warrant. Okay, let's just go full attack with these tires. We'll burn them out. And the race will be over soon, or it might even get too dry before too long. We'll see how quickly it dries up, and if we should get someone on to stop topping up. And we recovered our fuel nicely here. Although it's only a couple seconds off of Hamilton, but so if we can get a good stop Let's see. The laps times.
No further rain.
125.
Yes.
And let's see. History. Let's see the Albans times. Oh, my guys are. Oh yeah, okay. When you got 121, so it's like 4 seconds a lap. Seconds. So, at like maybe 4 seconds a lap.
Yellow ahead, yellow ahead.
Yes.
We would need 5 laps. So, it's possible. If the track goes down fast enough, that it might be worth getting onto slicks here. It's like maybe a freebie, honestly. Because, yeah, there's like 20 seconds here. 52 seconds here. So, it might just be a freebie. Yeah, let's get you onto softs. This lap. Albon, at least on my lap. Let's actually cancel this lap. That's not going to be quite dry enough yet. Maybe here though. Put 1. Yeah. Let's get on those softs. He's got brand new softs too, so. Aw, man, I'm not the only one doing it.
Back on track, please.
Unfortunate. But I thought maybe some of the people ahead would just try to ride it out, but I was wrong. Looks like some people did. I might be able to get Gasly here because of it. Not immediately, but his tires are so cold and are all warmed up. That was a bad place to pass. One more DRS. Oof. Can we get into DRS for English Hamilton? So we can try and hold on to that position. Looks like no. You can push it to Sargent. Oh man.
Track is currently low.
Yes.
Ninth would be nice here, but it's not necessarily looking likely anymore. Although, if I can get battery and fuel by staying in DRS. Not that we're still shot. Oh my god. I've just been attacking for time. Okay. Sergeant. So a lap down again? Come on, dude. Feels like the grip goes up way too fast after the rain. sure that I keep Gasly behind still.
Maybe checkered flag.
Yeah, not a bad result at all for sure. I agree with that. And Albon's gonna end up pretty good too. Ninth place, not too bad. A couple points.
Flag is out.
And it's not like anyone towards the front got, you know,
No, I think it
crashed out or anything. So I think it worked out pretty well overall. P14 losing one position. Albon lost one position too, but we'll still lose Hamilton, so kind of to be expected. And Nico Hulkenberg had a much better race than he did qualifying, so not too much you can do there, but oh well, oh well. And the drivers, Albon stays the same, getting 2 points, so it's only one behind Magnussen now, which is good. Logan Sargent moved up 2 places. Now ahead of Lando Norris and Nick DeVries. So it won't be too long before he's scoring his first points probably too. Once I get him the upgrades, it's possible. He'll be like in a position to fight for points at least. Plus 2 points, so only 2 short of Haas now. Which is who I think it's like our fight is going to be with. Although they usually have a hard time bringing upgrades because of their factory. So it might not actually be that hard to beat them. But it's hard for us to fight anyone much higher than that. Alpine seems like a little bit out of reach probably. Yeah, I mean Haas just has so little money. They start out with a pretty decent car, but it's so hard to upgrade. Haas HQ upgrade. Spotlight on Aston Martin. So let's see. Haas headquarters entered the spotlight this month as a race simulator upgrade came to a close. Okay. It could be going better, they said, but we are where we expect it to be at this point in the year. Currently in 3rd. Alright, let's see. Albon got a smoothness, that's pretty good. 2 smoothness for Sargent, that's pretty good. Smoothness and adaptability, I don't care about him really though. Medium confidence, that's fine. Car development report. Yeah, we're looking pretty good in high speed, but we need to get some low speed stuff up. Theo Porcher winning the F2 race, which is pretty sweet. That's who I want to replace Sargent, I think. I think he might already be better than Sargent, honestly, huh? Some parts failed inspection, but I'm not even all that concerned about it right now because certain parts I'm going to have new versions of. Lots of parts I will have new versions of. I'll do some more pit stop drills as well in here. But I really, really want to get the times down as much as I can. Let's do one car building, because I think it might help with the reducing their tiredness towards the end of the. Yeah. Let's just hit some pit stop drills at the end here. For Baku. Alright. Let's manufacture some of these guys. Oh, I forgot to do this. Damn. That might hurt me. Let's go for side pods. And we will focus on engine cooling with them. Okay. But improving everything at the same time. Baku's in 22 days, so I can't get the side pods for Baku, so I might as well just do normal on them. Try and save some money. 5 days on that. Suspension's done in 2 days, though. Ugh. Well, that's fine. Front wing that will be focused on low speed. That should be pretty good as helping our low speed. A little bit less brake cooling, but it should be fine with the new suspension as well. I would like this intent for Farlow 48. Yeah, I'll put some more engineers on it when they're freed up. Let's go for the minimal changes because we did some intense stuff and had a lot of, but I'm gonna focus more on design than other people, so I think actually we'll do moderate. Let's see where that goes. Okay, that's done too. Yeah, we'll start. I think we'll keep that open for our research. Because we're gonna want one more, like a high speed. Front wing. And like a medium speed. Yeah, so we'll have 2 design slots open for a while, and even more, so. This is almost ready to be upgraded. I think it might actually be a good idea to start working on some of these facilities, which is the race simulator especially does not matter all that much right now since the drivers that I want I don't have right now, but it will be important to have that better in the future. When the next drivers come in, and by starting this upgrade now, we'll have more time for other ones later on. Okay. let's see what's gonna help us more. Because ordinarily, I would think that the underfloor would help more, but the brake cooling would be big here. And we already have a slightly upgraded floor, so but those are big gains, honestly. So let's focus on that then. We'll rush 2 of them for Baku. I can't research yet. Okay. But another manufacturing should be done soon, right? 6 days on the chassis. Maybe I should have just built 3 chassis. Would have been better. Oh, cool. Oh, I wanted. And the front wings. This is the low speed one, right? Yeah. Okay. And it was moderate. Okay. So let me start on that. Let me take one away from the rear wing. And we will research. We'll start with the underfloor. Because we want to put our CFD and wind tunnel hours in. And we'll just kind of go evenly across the board. Seems pretty good because it's a across the board change. Continue. Manufacturing should be complete on the chassis now. Yep. And then we will go ahead and make sure it's installed on both cars. Start manufacturing the suspension. Suspension's mostly lower speed stuff. Well, I guess because it was a lightweight thing, it's like we do want low speed quartering anyways. Oof. Alright, let's do 1 rushed. And then we'll do 3 more on normal. So Albin can have the latest there too. Okay, cool. Okay, that's finished now. That's gonna be pretty great. So that on car 1. Side pods I still don't have a new version of. Okay, 5 days on the rear wing. I don't want that one for this race anyways. Okay. And now let's do 2 more on normal. Car 1 and manufacture 3 more on normal. Oh, not enough money. Let's see. I think I can probably actually do only 1 of these right now, and then get some of that money back, which should allow us to do 1 more suspension right now. Yep. Okay. Great to have. And after this race, we should have plenty of money to make sure everything's going in our manufacturing, unless something terrible happens. Reach Q3 with 1. I think we can get both into Q2. Finish position. We can get 1 in the points maybe. I think I usually like to set this a little bit lower, something I think that both drivers can achieve in case, you know, Albon crashes or something, God forbid. But let's put the old components back in. I forgot to swap the ERS back out after qualifying. I think I would just not swap it at all this time. Oh, he's still got all his original stuff in. But I think I might give him new gearbox and engine for this one, at least. And that's all we have, I think. We're kind of poor right now, but that's okay.
Greetings from Azerbaijan, where we're back in the country's capital.
So this is a sprint weekend, so we want to take manual control for sure. And I know we want very low rear wing, and I think we want low front wing. And we don't need that much cornering, I believe. We want more traction and braking stability. I think we want something like this. So manage practice 1 here. We'll send them out. We'll tell them to avoid curbs and drive in clean air. And yeah, I'll just use the hards. We only have to return 1 on sprint weekends. 1 tire on the compound per so yeah, we'll just try and gather some feedback here and stay on the hards, and maybe we'll do one quick run on a softs or something to try and get. Well, maybe we'll just go ahead and for both of them we will turn off those things and pause it. And go attack. Just to try and give them a better practice time here. Their best time in practice will actually be pretty decent instead of, you know. Okay. So let's go neutral. We do want to reduce the wear and tear on the components and stuff, even though these components specifically are not going to.
All okay?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Are just going to be practice components basically from here on out.
Okay with the car?
We still want to
Quite
make
happy
sure
at the moment.
our practice components.
Yep.
We never have to put in anything that isn't already like no longer race worthy in during practice. It's starting to get dark. Let me turn the light off. There we go. It's a little bit better, huh? I didn't realize how dark the video was getting. Oh, let's reconfigure these guys real quick. That was pretty right, I think, overall. No, I think I had the right amount of rear wing. Just a little bit more front wing, maybe. I don't know. We'll try something like that, and then if that's not good, then we know that both of these need to go on the other side. All these things need to go on the other side of where they are. So that's pretty good. Stay on those hard tires. Let's try and go for 20 laps this time. Okay, he wants a little bit more wing, huh? Maybe something around like that. It gives us a good way away from the good on the cornering, and the traction does seem like a little bit of a problem, but like it's not close. But it can tell us whether we're on the right side of it, maybe. See if I do that. Something like that. Yeah, we'll see. We'll go for 20 laps. Either way, I think our setup satisfaction should be pretty decent for a sprint weekend. And our track acclimatization should be good because of the fact that we're not going to get anywhere near 20 laps. So I was gone for too long, huh? I lost a lot of time there, but it's okay. I like to just overfuel a little bit for that because then we can make sure we get as many laps as possible at the end here to get the track acclimatization up as much as possible. And in our current case, the car parts knowledge, I think that must go up right slowly over the course of the race, or at the course of practice. So by the time we do the race, I think things will be kind of okay, hopefully. In terms of track acclimatization and the car parts knowledge. But yeah, qualifying might be a little bit less than ideal just because we have so many new car parts in sprint weekend, but should be okay still. I think that the AI also has the same shortcomings, so we'll see. We will see. I'm gonna try to stream most days, probably usually in the evening, much later than this, but
It's good.
oh, great satisfaction. And we'll see if people start watching or watching the VODs even or whatever. Would be great.
And
But,
car balance feedback when capacity.
oh, great too.
Copy.
Okay.
Understood.
And that's the other
Would be
session.
checkered flag.
Finished first and third in practice. That's pretty good. We didn't even have to use softs to do it. And, I mean, we beat a soft runner. As well as the medium runners. So, and, like, good cars. But I don't know if they were pushing all out like we were. 89 and 90 is pretty good. And we can probably even get that a little bit better here. Right before qualifying. But yeah, like I said, because of track acclimatization and car parts knowledge is
It's
so
time
low.
to determine.
It's like maybe it's wrong to bring upgrades to sprint weekend. We saw some of that in real life, huh? Okay, that, and then we'll kick that out. Now we can bring that back down like that. So like, that seems like it might be good. Although it's like, still feels like the. Okay, and this goes to that probably. And maybe take that down, and then maybe something like that. But then the cornering is probably still not exactly where we want it to be. But and the oversteer is not exactly where we want it to be either. Something like that. I don't know. That seems pretty good to me. Okay. Put in good components. For the qualifying, at least, chances of crashing in qualifying are relatively low. let's actually use the brand new one here for Albin. And let's try to make sure that we use all the parts now, so that when we decide, like, oh hey, this is a good opportunity for whatever reason, to take our penalties, we are ready to do so. We definitely want to make sure we keep as many softs as possible here, because we're definitely going to want softs for the sprint, I think. At least for Albin. Sargent, he has a little bit less smoothness, so it might make more sense to put him onto the mediums. Up to 6th with Albin and 10th with Sargent. That's not too bad. And they both have pretty decent confidence going into our final flying laps. I think Albin's fine. I don't really want to waste an extra soft with him. Also, there's so many red flags and safety cars around Baku that having the extra softs is huge, again, for the reason that I normally am talking about. But yeah, especially the degradation is so low here that you get a huge...
That's a good lap, mate. So you go in.
Yep.
I wonder if we can get both in the Q3 now. Sargent is short a couple upgrades even, huh? Ooh, car setup did not end up good here. Okay, I wanted lower traction. Yikes. Okay. Not ideal, but pretty good here, so, you know. I'll take it. Okay. We'll put on the old ones. This. Put on these ones. Let's do a couple of flying laps. And we'll go on out. Alright, Albin.
That's great.
Second. Because there's so many like big acceleration zones, I think the fuel load is actually huge here. So that's actually really nice with my strategy, I think, because what I really want is to make sure that they're getting green sectors on their second flying lap, because that's how they get the most possible confidence. Green. Green. Oh, not green. Green.
We are P12.
But I think Albin, especially, his
Boxing
tires
is that
had
Yep, copy.
gone off a little bit by the end there.
That's good. P7.
That was like his 4th
His
flying
lap
lap
was
on them.
okay. Okay, go in.
Copy.
I'm going behind Perez. Baku especially. That seems like a pretty good idea. Him or Leclerc, huh?
Currently P8.
Okay.
I'm boxing this lap.
Yep, copy.
No! I really hope Albin
You're
doesn't
currently
get...
P11.
Ah, shoot.
That was a good lap. That was a good
Wow, we
lap.
didn't even get to Q3.
Go
That's
in,
crazy.
Go in.
Copy.
Crazy. Sometimes it's like the fresh tires like just aren't faster. It's like really crazy. But yeah, especially with new parts, I thought for sure that would go my way, but I guess not. Okay, let's put the old stuff back in for practice, and we can probably put in the new gearbox at least here for Sargent, and maybe the new engine as well, and the slightly like newer engine as well for Albin. But for practice, we definitely just want to do it this way. What's that? Barely in high or barely not in high? Oh, I should recognize.
Well, it's
where
a different
I wanted the traction. Okay. You want softs? Because I think we can basically, yeah. You want mediums. Because I think actually softs. 1 second faster, but I don't like if there's any incidents or anything, it's gonna be like impossible to recover with the softs. I think I might actually overfuel by a lap for this one. I don't know. Seems kind of like an interesting idea. Just because like it's definitely one where you can get a lot out of pushing on fuel. That'll be a problem if there's a lot of safety cars or something, but yeah, I didn't reach Q3. Dang. Oh, I didn't put any guarantees on? I thought I had. Oh well, okay. Wait, wasn't the Q3 one a guarantee? I don't know. Weird.
Our sprint today sees the drivers take.
Showing properly, but
Now's the time for the sprint.
we'll see if we can get
Baku.
up into the top
And it's lights
spots
out.
here.
And away we go.
All the takers you need. Let's not waste time.
Yeah.
Try to be efficient and stay on racing line.
Copy.
Albon got a place already. Even overfueled. Let's go into neutral. We'll go to top up in a little bit here probably. But I'm gonna keep pushing on fuel and pushing the tires. Tires are still on good track. Albon's all the way up to 7th already. Sargent is, you know, staying in 12th basically. Well, Norris sometimes passes him back, so not really closing on Russell, but we might towards the end of the race because probably everyone else is on softs, right? Yeah, Sargent's the only one on mediums, so he may actually be able to make up some time at the end of the race here. I may be able to overtake some people. Well, they are. Let's just go back to balance on fuel for now. On the last few laps, we may actually be able to deploy all this energy and make up some positions. But if Sargent can get into the top 10, that'd be huge. Albon, I would like to score points here, which is looking very, very likely to happen. Oh, shoot. Okay, you need to start saving those tires a little bit. I was not paying close enough attention to that. All the tires started to go off a little bit. Huh. Wow, they are doing really well with the tires, comparatively. Okay. But I don't think I can lose out to anyone else realistically. And maybe...
No Lyco into turn 1.
Yep.
We're happy to push. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think I can get into the top 10, but... Because their tires didn't go off nearly as much as I expected, because they were not pushing on their tires, like, at all, which is weird on hard difficulty, when it's like, it looks like you can run attack the whole time. Turns out, degradation was a little higher than I expected, so probably should have just started attack, gone down to aggressive, and then attacked again at the end. Because I knew it was close anyways.
Max
But I just should have
Verstappen
been paying more
over the
attention, for
finish
sure.
line to win the sprint.
But 8th for Albon is still good. It's still a point and still great starting position. And I'm happy with 11th for Sargent as well. The sprint got us places, which is always nice when we gain places during the sprint. I think I could probably make a soft medium work here, right? aggressive maybe even. Yeah, I mean that basically works, huh? If I compare it to this, where I can go, you know, attack the whole time, that's actually better. Okay. I think the medium hard is pretty good, and we'll go for this strategy, but we'll go for the soft first, and then hard and medium, and just go attack on everything. Something like that. Seems like it's gonna be a pretty fast strategy, 5 seconds faster than that one, so I like that. And I like having one person on a 1-stopper and one person on a 2-stopper. I think it usually works pretty well. I'm not gonna go over on fuel this time like I did before, but I'm not gonna go under like I normally do either, so just because it seems like,
Final checks
again,
being
like I
carried
said,
out
like
on the
this
grid,
is one of
and
the
it won't be long.
tracks where it matter, like
This is what you've been waiting
pushing on
for.
fuel makes a huge
It's the
difference.
Azerbaijan
A lot of them,
Grand
the pushing
Prix.
can be really
And
useful
it's lights out,
specifically for
and away
like
we go.
making overtakes and stuff, but oh no, that's not letting us damage, so
Are you okay?
All good.
yeah, let's just go ahead and get onto hards. I wonder if I can just do like medium, since I've used the softs technically. Okay, let me get the strategies real quick. Add a new one. Let's do mediums starting on lap 2. And then other mediums. Let's go to aggressive. That seems feasible. Let's see if I go hard, attack, and aggressive medium. That's 5 seconds faster. Okay, let's do that then. Penalty to serve and everything, so came out ahead of Gasly, so it's by having a penalty and a front wing change to undergo. Okay, I should remember that they were dropping off more than expected before, so it may be important to keep that in mind on full attack, that they were dropping off more than expected. Okay, let's go down to neutral for you. You know, ERS battle assist. Let's go low. Keep pushing on fuel. And let's just go down to aggressive here. One thing about the hards is that they often, even on like full attack, they like follow the curve of like just aggressive, depending on the temperature and stuff. So we'll see. We'll actually be able to tell how well the hards are holding up for Sargent pretty soon here. Wait, he has another penalty? Or is it just the same penalty, just it didn't apply and it just took him that long to Whatever. He's got a lot of time to make up. I wonder if just like going on to hards on standard for the rest of the race would actually be the best strategy. Essentially,
Big
no
crash,
stopper.
watch out. Be careful for debris.
Safety car, huh?
And there's been
Alonso
quite a
in the
crash.
Well, that's good for me.
Right, let's have a look now. Around turn 3. And you can see how tight it is. Has to be
Ooh.
said, that was...
I'm almost surprised it's not a red flag, to be honest.
It's a full safety car.
Safety car.
So close on the delta.
Is
Yeah,
it
copy.
worth
Focus on front tyres for now.
pitting? I think I can probably... If I go to strategy view... Hards, let's go standard. It's 31 seconds slower. How much time is a pit stop here? Reports. 20 seconds. Let's do it. Let's get onto the hards here. And then we can get onto softs at the end. Lots of people pit. I guess I probably could have stayed out, huh? Let's add a scent of softs. Somewhere around here.
So the safety car will be in this lap.
What else is on mediums? Wow, another safety car, huh?
I'm not quite sure what's happened there.
Safety car. Positive on the delta.
Yep, copy.
Okay, so let's maintain the front tyre temp.
Battery is good.
Copy that.
Track is full.
Yep.
Okay, 6 for Albany. That's pretty good. 16 for Sargent. Not great, but considering where we were not that long ago. Um, 17th, I guess, but still. And with the 10-second penalty. Okay, well. Not great, I guess, as it turns out, but I think we can probably keep these hards going long enough to go on to softs here. The softs on full attack, we can start around map 37. So we'll see if the hards are going to make it that long.
Low on pack.
Yep, copy.
Top up here.
So what DRS?
Yeah.
Not really paying attention to that very much, but it's okay. I think everyone still has to pit. I guess I'm trying to overcut because I'm the one on hards. No one else is on hards, really. It's like on the. It would be easier to take these hards all the way.
Verstappen crashed.
Verstappen's out now too. Jeez Louise. Okay.
We've got a yellow flag here.
Sergeant.
And VSC.
Oh, maybe I
Get
could
that
have
positive as close to 0 as you can.
Copy.
made mediums go the whole way. If the VSC is still going, then maybe I should hit him onto mediums here. And then I'm blindly pits up for
VSC
him.
ending.
Yes, copy.
For sure. And then all his stops have been under VSC, so. Yeah, let's see, down too aggressive here now. For him, let's see if we can. Fourth place for Albon's pretty good. He's not really beating. I mean, Hamilton maybe like he wouldn't normally be beating, but it's just like Verstappen, Alonso, Leclerc all crashed out. So Sargent's not too bad of a spot considering he had a 10-second penalty that he served now. So yeah, he only needs to beat Piastri here, and he'll be in the top 15, which is really my goal for him.
DRS is currently disabled. DRS is currently disabled.
Yeah, got it, yeah.
Albon's out in front. Essentially going to be overcutting people. Some people are on new softs, but
The window is open.
Copy.
I'm going to go full attack on my softs. So I should have good new softs and everyone else is on old ones. So we'll see how that goes. Sargent should be done with his stops, and he's looking pretty good. Alright. Let's go standard on with him for a little bit, and we'll get him back onto an aggressive strategy in a little bit. Alright, we'll go ahead and pick this lap.
Okay, box.
I'm happy to.
Okay. Albon is falling a little bit behind, but it's okay. Sargent, we're gonna put on standard for a little bit to just kind of make sure his tires can make it to the end. Albon should have no problem with that. Fuel we're really, really good on. I should have started deploying sooner. Try and get Albon the fastest lap here. It's green in sector 1, but not purple. Sector 2 will probably be purple now. Nope, just green.
Yeah, we're back on low on pack again.
Okay.
Just try and harvest now. Go standard. Keep pushing on fuel though. And then this lap. We'll try and do the fastest lap. Let's see if we can get it. Purple. Nice. I wish I could get into DRS here while I still have fresh tires, but oh well, oh well. Purple. As close as it goes to toe, yeah. Okay, well, let's just top up, and then we can use battery to push and get into. Get the overtake done soon enough here.
Not totally sure what's happened. Seems to be Perez
Perez
though.
crash 2. Second. See how bad is it? Pretty bad. But not bad enough to be out, I guess, huh? But he's way off the clear now, so. Okay, I'm gonna try and get the overtake done here. So let's. Run low, overtake. Until we get to here. And then we'll push to try and get the overtake done there. Oh shoot, I'm falling out of DRS. That's not what I wanted to happen. I think I can probably do some catching up on the straights here. Okay, and no, I can do the DRS range before that. Okay, well, I was trying something a little too cute, probably. Just let him get the job done.
Pack's on the low side now.
Yes.
So we can catch Perez. As well. Maybe even get a podium place, huh? That'd be interesting.
And go push, go push.
Copy.
Fuel.
Copy.
I'd like to increase a bit the Lyco everywhere.
Copy.
Okay, we are low in the pack.
Copy.
Okay, reduce lift and coast.
Okay. Yeah, that's the flag.
Okay, checkered flag. Freeway P13.
Alex Albon put in an absolute showstopper.
We did get ahead of Alpine, which I said we probably wouldn't, but DHL fastest pit stop, we did okay too here. And we're up 3 places now, so that's pretty good. 14 points this time. Despite him having a really bad one because of the wing change, right? It says that the mistake was the car released early, but I think it was the wing change. Probably. But pretty decent overall. And first and third in practice. 11th, which wasn't great, but 12th was good for him. So should be getting some good experience there. I should probably adjust their training. Oh, did I fail the reach Q3 and qualifying? Oh, I probably said I would get to Q3 for 5 races in a row. Damn. Really seemed like that should have been very possible, but okay. Well, that's the last race I'm gonna do, but let's see what I can do in the meantime. I'll just set up some of this stuff. I think let me see how much I'll get from making a new like high speed focused rear wing compared to the current one. A lot more high speed downforce, but and a ton more medium speed, which is huge actually on a lot of tracks. Let's see if I can bring that down a little bit. Take a click of airflow sensitivity, maybe even too. So is my low speed cornering a little bit, but the amount that it helps everything else is like pretty immense. I could go for the Monza special. Let's do that. But I think having one that's pretty good at medium speed too, and just totally sacking low speed, but using this for places like so it's good for like Qatar and Barcelona, but I don't know if I'll have it ready in time for Barcelona. Let's see. But yeah, these like medium speed tracks I had a good amount because they usually often also top speed's like pretty good. It's not good for Montreal, but Barcelona in 32 days, maybe if I rush it I can get it ready for that. As like rushing is probably pretty good for now, but so it would be really good to have for Spielberg as well. Really good for Zandvoort too. To have good medium and high speed like that. I think the amount of medium speed I get is like totally worth it here. If I go that. What if I do full on both? It does give me a lot of medium speed, honestly. I think I like something like this, though. Let's see, high speed performance. Yeah, something like that seems pretty good. I could probably even do like, okay, a little bit less airflow since it was like, but I don't know. I kind of like actually continuing to work on that. If I do rush 29 days, I could get it in time for Barcelona, especially if I start putting some more people on it. That seems good to me. Like once the side pods are done, I can put some people on it. But the big thing is going to be, these are all I'm designing for. I'm not doing any more designs other than rear wings, and I think I might do one more front wing, because I think this is like low force centric, yeah, or low speed centric. I might do a high speed focused one as well. But side pods are almost done, so that's cool. Oh, cool. Performance rating for Logan Sargent. Let's see. Rear wing design complete. April AlphaTauri HQ upgrade. They got a new suspension simulator. Ferraris says they could be doing better, but not much better, honestly. Haas is still in 6th. Wait, that was April. That was before the end of this race, so I think I overtook them, right? So I had a great race. Okay. One more braking, one more overtaking. That's pretty good. 2 more control. That's very good. 1 more accuracy. Very good. High confidence. Nice. Tailport share. 1 again. Looks like he's probably going to be my new driver next year. Everything passed inspection. Very good. Oh, I forgot to even put the new stuff back in for the race. Wow, I'm stupid. But the fact that we did that well with the old stuff is pretty good. New ATR, I saw that. Yeah, we have pretty decent top speed, and we had very good high speed. Fortunately, high speed was not all that useful there, but it was like, it's more of a low speed for sure. But let's set this up. Yeah, let's just rest. Do some car building, pit stop drills. And we'll do some gym training. And some more gym training. And some more pit stop drills. And then we'll do pit stop drill and gym training. Still losing a bit of pit stop time, but it's difficult to avoid that. And then we'll just make sure we're well rested for Monaco. And I think that's going to be it. Not much training going on this month, but lots of races, so. So the drivers, because Albon, I want to see about his development. I think I want pace, long runs maybe. Increasing his accuracy would be good from short runs, but smoothness is so powerful. So getting cornering and smoothness would be really good. But he doesn't need reactions as much as he needs braking. So I think I'll actually do pace short runs. Get that accuracy up. And the big thing I want right now is cornering. Smoothness. And braking would be nice. Like, I do want smoothness more than I want accuracy, but braking is, like, the reactions is already really good. I think I'll do pace short runs, because he seems to be making up time more in the race than. So the long runs seem to be doing okay. Sargent, I don't really care all that much, but I guess we will focus on driving standards. Okay. Here's the side pods complete. And we're going to want to manufacture another one of these, right? Wait, let me make sure I have... I think I have manufacturing available. No, I wouldn't have. Okay. Side pods. Start manufacturing those. And we'll start researching some other stuff. Maybe the chassis? The thing is, I don't like to do more than like one extra chassis in a season, and like only at the very start, because it's just like it feels weird and like unrealistic to do anything more than that. So you know what I mean, like because generally you only have, you know, the one chassis. You don't introduce a new chassis, with like rare exceptions. Especially, they said like during the cost cap era, it's like totally unreasonable to design a new chassis and stuff. So, but it's just like because everything else would rely so much on having on like how the chassis is. So like it feels weird to have, oh man, this is no, I think I want the high speed and acceleration more from this one, but it's a lot more low speed cornering, but oh well. Okay. But yeah, it's like the aerodynamics of everything else would be so messed up by having a new chassis. It feels weird to like keep the old something else while you have a new chassis, but okay, I think that's gonna do it for today. So yeah, hopefully start building some interests and maybe get some viewers. But yeah, if you watch the video of this, thanks for watching, and I'll be back. Thanks, bye.